the Kharadron Overlords podcast. I'm Lee, the Arcanite Admiral, joined here by Hayden. Say hello, Hayden.
Hey!
G'day! And also Alexander Krohn.
Hey!
Hey, everyone clap for Krohn. Woo! Yay!
I don't know about that. Not after SAGT.
Okay. So, what is Aethercast? Aethercast is a brand new Kharadron Overlords podcast where basically, as often as we can, we're going to talk about KO, where it is in the meta, what's happening with it, any news, where we are with our list building, what we are with our hobby and stuff. And today, obviously, there's a warband, so we're going to talk about that and everything else that come out in Adepticon.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, man, looks sick as fuck.
Okay,
I love the gun he's reloading polygon.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love the who's the chemist guy? What's his name?
Hang on, I'm going to see if I can share this, seeing as we're on YouTube.
Yeah, no, good idea. That guy is just the best alternative sculpt for a chemist. You know, because I hated having like 2 or 3 chemists and they all just looked the fucking same. I hated that. Yeah, but now they've got an alternative one.
Yeah, so his name is Fundrick. Although someone did say that they thought the hero was actually the Sky Warden, but that doesn't really make sense to me.
No, that makes no sense whatsoever.
It would make no sense. I can't remember who that was that said that. I think it might have been Dan, actually.
Especially because Sky Wardens are crap now. So
yeah. Well, the other thing is he hasn't got any Sky Mines.
So, no, he doesn't. That's a good point.
So I don't know what's up with that, because, you know, when the artwork come out before, I noticed that, and people were saying, well, is he an Endrinrig or is he a Sky Warden? And I say, well, in the background, you can kind of see his pike, and obviously now we've got a picture of the model. You can see he's got a pike.
Yeah, that's
actually,
better.
He hasn't got a pistol either.
Oh, yeah. Bizarre.
So that's
he's got no dual cannon either, so that really means it doesn't matter.
Well, the body guns aren't that bad either, to be fair. But
true.
I guess that would be confusing to have 2 different body guns in the same unit with different profiles, because they hit on a 4. That would be so confusing. I'm going to fire one body gun now that hits on a 4, and then 3 seconds later you fire the other one that hits on a 5.
Yeah.
Just confuse everyone.
But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how this sort of like almost entirely ranged warband will affect Shadespire. Because I don't know if you guys have actually played Warhammer Underworlds all that much, but I have played a fair bit. And even like the new spell mechanic and the magic mechanic has really changed up the game quite a lot in regards to positioning and how you move and stuff like that. So I'll be really interested to see how these guys do in regards to the gameplay. I'm getting them. I'm most definitely getting them. Nothing is going to stop me from getting them apart from maybe horrendous amounts of death and death. But yeah.
I'm definitely getting them. Mainly for the AOS, but I might go back in a Shadespire. I played the first season a lot when it was just Shadespire.
Yeah.
Walked around with Orcs and Skaven.
Yeah, man, I played that too. Yeah, I've been playing the Fireslayer Warband for yonks now, so it's the only one I've got. So this is what I play, because stunties. But now these guys are coming out. I'm fucking happy as. I just can't. Have they said anything about a release date in regards to the Warband, or?
Not unless it was sort of in the Q&A or something, but I've not heard anything, so
no, fair enough. Oh, yeah. We should probably mention that we're missing Dan.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah. So
sorry, Daniel. We love you.
There is a 4th member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't actually explain who we were either. We are the admin team from the KO Facebook group, which doesn't really mean anything. It just means that we're power hungry people that like to block people. No.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that we should actually maybe just take a moment to introduce ourselves, eh? So, Lee, why don't you start, you know?
I just realised we haven't actually shared this anyway.
Yeah. Well, we should at some stage.
Yeah, we should probably right. Let's see if we can share this now. I don't actually know if it's recording.
It stays live on my phone, so there you
go. See, this is why this is the practice episode.
This is why it's the pilot episode.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a laugh, for all who want to watch and actually might be interested. But yeah, should we actually just take a moment to introduce ourselves, how we got into the hobby, how we got into KO or stuff like that, just a general thing? What do you reckon?
2 seconds. Sorry if that echoed then, but I tried to click onto the page and then it auto-played the video. So I was recording myself listening to the video. Right.
Inception to the days.
Right. Facebook. Let's get this on Facebook.
All right.
Is she going?
There we go. Oh, so slow.
Great entertainment for all, team.
If anyone, well, it's all right because no one's actually watching at the moment. So
yeah, true. Well, no, if someone decides to watch it back and go, "What are these idiots up to?" Then we'll know.
They're gonna scroll back up the episode on the channel and just be like, "What is this?
Yeah, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yes. So after you sort that out, mate, just introduce yourself, all that stuff, and then we'll carry on doing all the intros. I'm literally just pacing around in my living room because I've got nothing else to do. My neighbour's across the road undoing his motocross bike off his trailer. He just looked at me then. I was like, "Hey, how are you?"
Well, I was meant to be painting, but I forgot to buy any spray paint when I finished work earlier today.
Oh, no.
And so the thing I wanted to paint is not primed, and therefore I can't.
Oh man.
So
yeah, I was actually going to be painting as well, but I can't be bothered going to the garage to paint.
I'm actually spraying at the moment.
Hey?
I'm actually spraying at the moment.
Oh, good on you.
Spraying silver, totally dwarves. Yep, nothing but dwarves. No Slanesh here.
You cannot lie to me. Don't you lie to me.
That's for sure. You can't see my video. You have no proof.
It's more evocators, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I've shared this in a couple of places now. There's 2 people watching, so that's probably me and one of you 2.
No, it's not me, man.
It's got that to work. Okay. Yeah, so let's do some introductions.
Yeah, man.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, man. You go forward.
Okay, so I'm Lee. I'm from the UK, and KO is my first and only Age of Sigmar army. Yeah. Used to play 40k years ago when I was a kid, and some friends were getting into Age of Sigmar, and they were trying to get me into it. I was like, nah, that sounds rubbish. And then I saw the pictures of KO, and I was like, oh, hang on, those guys have got guns.
Yeah,
and I could just shoot you from a distance where you run towards me with swords, and they're like, well, yeah, you could. And I was like, okay, then that sounds like fun. So that's how I got into KO and Age of Sigmar, and now I've been playing KO exclusively for 2 years, or a year and 9 months, or however long they've been out, pretty much.
Yeah, I always try and figure that out.
Yeah.
How long has it been since our last book?
Too long.
Too long. To the Book of Grudges.
Okay.
Sweet.
Someone else go next.
Krohn, you next, mate? Everyone knows who you are.
Well,
you sexy man.
I'm Alex Krohn. I've been playing KO for not as long as they've been out. Actually, it took me a couple months, but they were my first AMS army. Played a bit of 40k before. But yeah, now pretty much AOS down at the local games workshop. Well, okay, I did good at CanCon once, but I think after SAGT,
come on, don't be bashful. You're the Lord Magnate. We all know you as such.
Lord Mag.
The Lord Magnate.
Yeah, well.
There you go.
Yeah, look, really just working out. I'm trying to make boats work. I'm really trying to make boats work.
They can work. Relive the bloody glory days of the clown car. You can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Is it my turn?
I think so.
I think so.
Yay, cool. Right. So hi everybody. My name's Hayden. I'm from a little country called New Zealand. A little bit next to Australia. You know, everyone calls us Australia's Canada. So yeah, we're the nice ones. But yeah, so as I said, I'm from New Zealand. I've been playing Age of Sigmar since the General's Handbook came out. I was a fantasy player before that. And before that, I played War Machine for about 10 years. So I've been in the wargaming scene for a very long time. But yeah, and then when Age of Sigmar came out and they blew up the world, I was like, fuck it. And so I went to go play 40k for a bit. Found out that was terrible, back in 7th edition. And I started playing Beastclaw Raiders, actually, when the book came out. Played them for ages. Yeah, man, heaps of Stonehorns. I really loved them. And then, I got 3 armies in the space of 6 months. So I got Beastclaw Raiders, Iron Jaws, and then Bone Splitters. And then I sold them all to play. Yeah, and then I sold them all to play KO. Like literally the moment that video came up, I was just like, and I just went nuts. And yeah,
it needs to be a thing.
I'm here. Hey?
This needs to be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just staring at that video, just like in awe, and I kept playing it over and over again. And I was shit posting on the Age of Sigmar like chat for New Zealand that we've got. And I was just going, oh my god! And everyone's just like, shut up. And I'm just like, no, listen to me and my new dwarf overlords. Yeah.
I remember they were saying the Ironclad was bigger, it was hanging over the night base and was this huge thing. And yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, I was in tears almost. But yeah, so I was playing KO since they came out. But then obviously life situations has changed that. I'm not really playing the game much anymore. I'm still keeping in touch with the meta. I'm still tracking along with the meta, especially down here in New Zealand. But yeah, and I'm hoping that next year is going to be a bit better and I'll be able to jump back in the scene. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Cool.
I guess we should explain that we're missing Dan. Dan the man. Because unfortunately he's at work because time zones.
Yeah.
Zones.
This is the most multinational podcast I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, we've got so we've got an Australian, a New Zealander, an Englishman, and an American.
Yeah.
Yay! World War II all over again. Wait, sorry, Crod.
Oh, don't mention the war.
Yeah. No one mentioned the war. It's okay. Anyway, so sorry, continue.
Yeah, so we're missing Dan, but hopefully he'll be with us tomorrow. And today, this is just a little bit of a short intro episode, which is why everything's a bit about face, because we're useless and this is the first time we've done this. But tomorrow will be polished a little bit more to the degree that you can polish a turd. Hopefully we're down with us
Expeditions of Mediocrity.
This is the pilot. Pilot
episode. So today, we'll talk about the news, and then tomorrow we'll get full into where KO are on their meta, I suppose.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to finally hearing what Dan sounds like, because he's from Texas. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It's been very enjoyable listening to you two today, to be honest, because it's just like everything I imagined.
Yay! It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. So we started talking about this warband.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else anyone wants to add? We don't really want to say the same stuff we've already said, do we?
Yeah, we probably will. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Slanesh, guys. Holy shit. More target practice.
Where are they? I think on screen. Share my screen. I think. Let's see if I can find them. No, I've gone past. It's gone the wrong way.
Matter. But, you know, man. Yeah, dude. Like in the past, only 3 months of this year, there's been 3 separate army books already released, and we've already got Fire Slayers coming out soon. Oh yeah, Fire Slayers. How do we not mention that first?
New allies.
Yeah, more stunties. I'm so tempted.
Yeah,
I'm so tempted.
I just love that terrain piece. That looks really cool.
Really?
Yeah, we could.
I like it.
We could do something with that.
Like,
honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. It looks like a giant nutcracker head to me. Like, if someone automates the mouth to move up and down, like the bottom jaw of it, I will be the happiest man alive. I'm actually thinking of doing it. Finding a way to have it going like da-da and stuff.
Look at the back of it. It's just machinery and cogs and gears, and we could probably make a forge ship.
We could.
What I was thinking about is, because if you've seen like my bases for like the molten gold and stuff, I want to do some stuff like that on my table. So I was just thinking like a load of molten gold like flowing out of the mouth.
There must be so much hot glue, bro.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about this, and I think I might be able to just put like a whole pack of it in a saucepan and like melt it down and just pour it out.
That's such a good idea, but also a terrible one for the saucepan.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. Well,
I bet you missed as well. Well, I'd be too impressed with that.
Yeah, probably not.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm making glue stroganoff. Leave me alone.
I think it would be cool. I'll just go. Yeah, maybe I'll buy a cheap pan first.
Yeah. I don't know. Or get like a Bunsen burner and like a teacup and just see how long it lasts.
Has anyone tried Fire Slayer allies before?
I've played alongside Fire Slayers in a doubles game once, but no, I mean, the thought came to my head last year when I was trying to go full steam into the competitive scene after my placing at a tournament here in New Zealand. I was thinking of adding like 30 Volkites.
Yeah.
You know, just for that stuff. Oh, and that dude who makes them pop up out of the ground. I was thinking of doing that, but then I thought I can't afford that because New Zealand prices are ridiculous.
That makes sense because I saw the English prices and I decided not to.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a bit of perspective. That if any Games Workshop employee just happens to be listening to this, I'm sorry. I have to say this as a New Zealander, as a faithful colonial. 115 New Zealand dollars for a box of Volkites. $115.
Ew.
For 10 dudes. Wait, or is it 20? I don't know. But yeah, essentially, yeah, it's 150 New Zealand dollars, which is like a 60% markup or something stupid from what it actually should be. So I was
How
like,
much are your Arcanauts?
Fuck. Eh?
How much are your Arcanauts?
How much are Arcanauts? They're about $80 for 10.
Yeah, we've got them at 70 here. Yeesh.
Jesus. It's just not right. And it's like, what, 25 quid, for a box of Arcanauts,
$27.50 if you get them from GW.
Okay, so if we're going off exchange rates for New Zealand, that's about $60 New Zealand, roughly, give or take.
Quite a big price extra on top of that then.
About 50 Australian, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, apart from me going insane about the price model, but no, yeah, I think Fire Slayer Allies, we'll see how it goes with their new book. In regards to what they bring to the table, because I think they're going to have a lot of changes in regards to the actual gameplay. So,
I think we could steal some of the heroes for dispelling and terrain pieces.
Interesting about that is you might be able to get something that can dispel or cast endless spells that is still a Dwarden rather than Stormcast.
That's cool. Such a good point. Krohn, we're talking to you. Do it.
Yeah.
We don't want to see those fucking evocators anymore. Stunties,
the
damn it.
evocators are so good though.
Yeah,
Look, at this point,
they
I've
might bring us something amazing.
An entire Stormcast army just in allies. I've tried so many Stormcasters allies. I've actually got I could almost run Stormcast by themselves.
Oh
yeah,
God,
I mean,
disgust me.
I've got almost as many Stormcast heroes as I have KO heroes.
Yeah, I own. Yeah, I used to have a Knight Aquila and a Lord Ordinator, and that was it.
The Lord Ordinator was beautiful back in his day.
Oh,
double
fuck,
shooting ironclad.
Yeah, it was so disgusting, but it was so good. Oh, my sink is filthy, filled with hot chocolate. That's not good. Anyway, carry on.
So yeah, the Fire Slayers is pretty cool.
It's great.
Just the fact that they are getting some endless spells and a terrain piece, it just shows that is the formula, even for Duardan armies. Like if they're getting endless spells, we're likely to probably get something, aren't we?
Oh
yeah, I reckon we will.
Speaking of terrain, we are getting some. You know that hidden power, that big terrain piece. That can be used by anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's true. Let me see if I can bring this. I have no idea if my screen is actually sharing or not, but I'm going to open up the picture anyway.
Well, we'll find out when everyone goes, where's the fucking stuff you're showing us? It's not there. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, and that would look fine. That would look pretty cool sitting alongside some KO stuff. It's got cogs and stuff.
Because it has that big round thing in the middle, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too hard to maybe get rid of that and put a giant engine in it or something.
Yeah, it depends on sizing, but we've got a choice of several different size engines. We can. Yeah.
The trouble is loaded up with engines.
The trouble is getting an engine in the first place.
Oh, just all the gun haulers, man. Just take all the gun hauler engines that nobody actually uses or wants, and just bloody put in a giant blob.
Just buy a start collecting box and.
Fuck that box, man. I remember when that came out, I was like, what is this? How is this? What? I was just losing my shit about
it.
Clearly it's in preparation when the Endrin Master unlocks gun haulers as battle line.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead.
That would make them at least a little bit better. But then again, gun haulers just don't have the meat.
No.
But that's a discussion for another day, I think. Because we can talk for hours about the fucking gun hauler.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I never wanted to get that start collecting box, and now it's gone up in price. I'm like, I wish I bought it when it was cheaper.
What's wrong with them? They've already made fucking millions and millions of pounds, and now they're just let's raise the start collecting box. Well, actually, no, to be fair, it's probably a lot of admin to actually make them and all the kits and stuff. So that's probably what I don't blame them.
It is a clearance technique, isn't it? Like they bring out an army, and then the stuff that doesn't sell, they put in a start collecting box, and then they sell it for a bit less margin. But because you're selling a job lot of stuff, you don't mind that you get less margin. And of course, if that sells loads, then you don't want to keep selling it at the lower margin, do you?
No, exactly. Yeah, you just want to get rid of all your stock. But no, Fire Slayers with the endless spells be interesting. So that big golem thing, is that an endless spell or is that a unit?
Do you mean the magma thing?
Yeah, because I only saw 2 endless spells in the video and that giant fucking magma thing.
I think that's the spell.
Yeah, it looked like it to me. I just wasn't sure.
I don't think they're getting any new units or heroes or anything. I think what we've seen is it. Because that'd be 3 endless spells, which is what most people get. And
another Palisade. Yay! Everyone needs Palisades.
You know what I think that Palisade will be? Is
what?
They have that battalion where you add +1 to save, and it's meant to be like a barricade.
Which battalion is that?
I can't remember what it's called now.
It's not the Warrior Kindred, is it?
No, I think it might be. No, it's not Lords of the Lodge. I can't remember what it's called.
Nah.
It's basically. I thought about running it in mixed order because you can. The way it used to, it's been FAQ'd now, but the way it used to be worded was you could pick any unit and you gave them +1 to save, and you could do that for each Hearthguard Berserker unit. I think you had to have in it, and you had 3 of them, so you could potentially give 1 unit +3 to its save, which is ridiculous,
bonkers. That is bonkers.
But that's a barricade. The idea was, they make like a barricade out of magma, and that's why they get +1 to the save. So I wonder if that ability is sort of being removed from the battalion, and that's been reworked into a end the spell, or either that or they duplicated it, and that's what it is. It's some sort of.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Have either of you played against Flesh Eater Courts, Skaven, or Khorne in your time? As in the new books?
In the new ones, no. Not yet.
I have played against Skaven.
Say again?
I have played against the Skaven, the new Skaven.
How was it? How'd you go?
They throw bodies at you. They throw bodies at you. So many bodies. The ether shocks are the relic's your friend. The
Earbuster.
The chemist relic is your friend. The Earbuster. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
I think
they don't roll a hit, and there's a lot of them. They're really cheap, so they just spam them. You're fighting 3 usually, and you the big thing with those things is they're slow. But the opponent I was playing against was using the Skaven holes to just teleport it around and always have it in position.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty nasty.
They're not that slow though. Like the clan rats can. I can't remember what it is.
The cannons. The cannons are slow.
Oh, the cannons, yeah.
Oh, was he playing Scryer?
I think he was using a bit of everything.
Was this the game in the SAGT you played where it was? I can't remember what it was. It's one of the hero missions.
Yeah, the hero mission.
Yeah. Oh, clear like 3 of those cannons, didn't he?
Skaven are small. Terrain is big. Skaven hide behind terrain. Dwarves don't shoot Skaven.
Oh, dear.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. But I suppose we'll be talking about, all that wider stuff tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what Khorne does because I've got the book on my phone, and I'm just trying to see if I can sort of dissect it. Because as I said, I've got a very good friend. He's over at the notorious Ages of Sigmar podcast. His name's Sean Tubman, not Big Sean. But yeah, he is literally one of the best players in the country, and he plays in my game group. And he's been playing Khorne and Daughters of Cain, and now he's back to Khorne. And I want to know what the fuck he can do because the man's a tactical wizard, and I need to know what at least KO can do to try and get around Khorne. So I might just have a good read up tonight, and then I'll come in tomorrow with some fresh knowledge.
Yeah. Well,
the screening, I think. The screening.
They're going to be slow, but they have the ability to be quick to a degree.
Yeah, well, because I mean, like the Murder Host Battalion now, I think it adds like 2 inches to movement for demons. For that is if they are within X however many of a hero, right? Is that still what it is? I'll have a look.
And then the Bloodthirsters themselves add 2 or 3 to charges, I think.
Well, they still. The thing is, they can't teleport or do any crazy stuff like that. But then they've got pluses, haven't they? Got modifiers, so they've still got the Bloodstoker. They've
still got the banner.
I think they move normally, then they just charge 15, 16 inches.
Yeah, as you know, Alex.
Yeah.
You poor bastard. Yeah. God. I was watching that game live. I was shit posting for fucking days.
Still got flashbacks.
Yeah, dude, like honestly, I was losing it in there. I was like, go! Yeah. But anyway, Khorne I think are going to be scary still, especially with all this new stuff they've got. So I'm going to watch carefully and see what they do. especially in the New Zealand meta, because we actually have a lot of Chaos players. New Zealand's quite a Chaos-heavy meta. So, yeah, it would be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there is 2 competitive KO players in New Zealand now, so I'll be trucking along with them.
One of them being you?
Eh?
One of them being you?
No, because I've sort of had to step aside from that side of things because of work and family life and painting stuff for a client. But yeah, no, so I've got to these 2 guys are both very talented painters. One of them's called Sloan. He's got a painting studio, and his stuff is gorgeous. He's won multiple painting awards with his stuff, and he's also a really competent gamer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. And there's another guy, I forgot his name. He's actually Australian as well, I think. He's come over, and he plays really good as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these all these new KO players go. I'll be providing guidance in whatever way I can, which is not much because I'm kind of stupid. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I wish luck to you, young admirals, if you're listening. Go forth and conquer with ironclads in hand.
Cool.
We'll make them work. We'll make them work.
We'll have plenty of chances to talk about that stuff in the future, I suppose.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Good podcast.
Yeah, and then when the new book comes out, we can all collectively scream and be like, "Oh my god!" And then I'll have to buy another KO army.
I think if we get a new book, it will probably end up being like 2 or 3 episodes because we won't.
Yeah, it'll literally just be us like creaming over this book, going, "It's beautiful." Even if it's crap, we'll still be going, "It's beautiful." Look at all these things I can do. Just give us a Zonbeck, man. Just give it to us.
The lighthouse, flying lighthouse. That's all we want.
Yeah, man, with giant cannons and rockets.
Well, that we can garrison. So your troops will
garrison.
Garrison. The
yeah, we can garrison it and give us garrison rules for ships. The dreams. Dreams are free, team. Too bad Games Workshop's a cruel mistress, but
we've got this warband. They're gonna get rules. We're gonna look at the rules. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
the warband.
Gonna change the whole book. You watch.
Well, I think
make Skyhawks going in.
Once we see the rules for the warband, that will give an idea of what might happen, because we might see a change to if that chemist's got a different ability, maybe, or
I think they're most definitely going to change how the chemist works. I think they will. Because as you guys remember when they were broken with the Thunderers, and poor people like poor Tom bought like 10 boxes of Thunderers to run his mortars and cannons, and God, I felt so bad from that. But thankfully for me, at the time, I had built my 10 Thunderers as rifles because I had a feeling they were going to change it. And I was like, I know you're going to do something about this. And they did. And I was like, yes!
Well, that worked out okay for me because the bits I bought just got used to make skyhooks. But if they change skyhooks, then I won't be happy.
Yeah, they might change skyhooks, I think. Well, I hope not.
The Arcanauts might change if they go the way of the Storm Vermin. Storm Fiends? Storm Fiends.
Yeah, Storm Fiends. Yeah. I mean, they could do. And, well, actually, no, plus it's a bad out-of-line unit as well. But honestly, this is me wishlisting here, but I really want them to address the issue of range in KO, because I'm at least coming into it, I was like, well, this is a bit odd. The longest range weapons are like 24 inches, apart from the mortar where it was later changed. I thought that they maybe could have increased it to at least, like on the big guns, at least to like 30 inches. But
if you compare that to like artillery pieces,
the skull cannon. The skull cannon is range 30. I was like, getting shot out of the sky by skull cannons.
That is something in the new Khorne book, is potentially they can build like a list with like 9 skull cannons that can shoot loads. Like, I
That's
don't know
horrendous.
I don't know if anyone will play it, but
I hope
outshot by Sean. That's just embarrassing.
My friend Sean will play that. He will do it. I know he will. If you're listening to this, Sean, I know what you're doing. I can sense it in my head. But anyway, no. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
But the ranges are messed up because that's part of the reason why everyone wants skyhooks over body cannons, is because that extra 6 inches just makes all the difference.
Yeah, it does. I mean, like I used to run a unit of 3. Because, back then I was still trying to figure out, how to optimize the list. And I couldn't afford to buy more Arcanauts and get like a bajillion skyhooks and try and convert them all. But yeah, no. And they actually did pretty well. I mean, my unit of volley guns, especially when they were like mystical or something like that. Back when,
Yeah. Well, if you had Barrack Monar to rerolling all hits, and then with the old style mystical to rerolling all hits and wounds, then that was just ridiculous. Right.
Yeah, I never really tried Mornar back when I was playing competitively. I usually just ran Zilfin, obviously, as everyone did. I did try Urbaz, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Urbaz was funny.
There was no reason to run Mornar before Zilfin got nerfed. And also, I mean, we're verging on to tomorrow's discussion really a bit now, but we're down the rabbit hole. So the auto run 6 with a command point, the change so Brock can use his command ability without being the general. That's just all that those, and then the Zilfin nerf. Those 3 things combined has just brought Monar up a peg, hasn't it?
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah, Urbaz too, I think, as well.
Yeah, because I mean, just the battle plans where you need a hero with an artifact. With an artifact.
With a relic.
The fact that you can get an extra one, that's pretty handy.
Yeah, that is really good.
You can just you can make the gun line with just one chemist. Save your 160 points.
Yeah.
True.
Spend it on a gun hauler.
Yeah. Let's get the gun haulers rolling thing. Let's get them out there. The gun haulers. Let's go. 4 gun haulers in a list. I want to see it one day.
Cool. Well, I want to be able to run them in units. That's what I want.
That would be great.
Units are free for, I don't know, however many points.
I say 2. I say 2 would be a bit more manageable at least. I know, but like if they got a points reduction and if they just completely changed the war scroll, then I think in units they could be very viable.
They took gun haulers and changed everything about them. They might be viable.
Yeah.
If that has changed everything, they might be okay. We'll find out. G-Dub, we pray to you. Ben Johnson, I hope you're listening. Please.
I don't know. I don't think
please help us.
Listening. No one is listening.
Well, true. That's right.
But we'll see. What do you think of this Sky Warden in the warband that doesn't have a flight stand?
Oh, he doesn't, does he? I haven't had a really close look yet.
Yeah, he's just hovering over an anchor.
Cool. Not that shitty fucking clear plastic.
Yeah, those things. I hate them for the boats. Oh, they break so often. Oh,
yes. Oh, mate, you're preaching to the choir, man. I pinned my ironclad like 3 times.
I've got 2 pins in the things. It's got 2 connection points to the base now.
I was just remembering the boys used to call my ironclad the SS Driftwood because I had this like big bit of bark on it, and I just like every time it broke off, I'd like super glue the front of it to this fucking piece of bark, and everyone would be like, "Hey, it's SS Driftwood," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's broken off its base again." Oh, out comes the super glue and pin vice, not false. God, it was terrible. And like every single time, like my engine riggers would like knock over, like like ping, it would just come off that stupid base, off that stupid flight stand, and I'll be like, "Argh!"
Yeah. And in transport,
but every KO player knows the struggle, though. Every single KO player knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
it's true.
We stand by you, brothers. We know what it's like. All those super glue fucking containers used.
No one said flight was easy.
Eh?
But no one said air travel was easy.
Very true.
Keeping those things in the sky, it's struggle.
It's not easy, team. Yeah, it's not easy, team.
no.
Righty.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about next? Apart from the Sky Warden with the... Yeah, actually, no, I'm going to call him the not Sky Warden because he's got a pike and that's about it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a Sky Warden.
No pistols.
Imposter.
It's got no pistols. I like his engine. Genuinely cool.
I don't know. He could like launch like sky mines out of his face. I don't know. We'll find out.
The Bane of Nightvault.
Eh?
He doesn't have. He's not the Bane of Nightvault. It's sky mines.
No.
Ah, yes. If only. I never actually got the chance to play against Nighthaunt, obviously with KO, because like literally just as I stopped playing, like competitively at least, that's around the time that AOS 2 came out, and I had this Nurgle army at the time that I was trialing out, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cool, and then I got rid of them, and yeah.
Nighthaunt is my club. Got this guy called Jason Tipping. He's just it's just Nighthaunt, nothing but.
Good on him.
I mean, the only time I played them, they didn't charge for Sky Wardens anyway, so I took Sky Wardens just because I knew I was playing Nighthaunt, and they didn't charge them. And what are the chain? Whatever the ones that can shoot that come in little units of 2, chain ghasts? No, not chain
ghasts.
I think they are chain ghasts. Those guys.
I know nothing about Nighthaunt.
They shot off one unit of Sky Wardens in a turn, and they're like an 80-point unit. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
they've basically got skyhooks. They're basically armed with skyhooks.
Really?
They do. I think they do. Don't they do D3 shots though, or something ridiculous?
Yep.
So that was the thing. He got lucky with the rolls, so they just shot off the whole unit of Sky Warden.
Yeah. I miss it when they first came out, and it was like I looked at the damage, and I was like, on the dual cannons, I was like, 3. Wait, what? 3 damage? What?
Yeah.
It was great. I used to. Oh god.
Maybe they'll bring that back.
I hope so. That would be hilarious.
I'd love it.
Absolutely hilarious. It would make me so happy. Bring back the dual cannons.
Yeah, and make the skyhook damage 3 as well. Make it different from. So there's a difference between a skyhook and a light skyhook.
That's a good point, actually.
And like the cannons and the great cannons and the heavy cannons, and they all have different names and are the same.
Yeah, it's just cannon, boom. Yeah, there we go, boom, booms. Change the guns. Yeah, watch.
Has anyone actually ever hit with a cannon?
I have. And it was the greatest moment of my life. I'll never forget it.
The one time it happens, it's just,
it did something. Oh, it was great. There was a lot of change on like 2 wounds left, and it was literally the most horrendous thing. And I was rolling this roll, and I was looking at the young lady I was playing against, and I was like, if this doesn't work, I'm fucked. And I rolled a 4, and I was like, yes! And like everyone heard me in the hall just screaming, yes! And everyone was like, yay! Yeah. And then I rolled a 1 on the damage.
Yeah.
And then there's no trading with some people came out. Boom! Get it off here.
Yes.
That was great. Eh?
I thought you have
to wound them.
You have to do damage
he did
to
one
activate
damage.
that.
He did one damage, didn't he? So it'll be fine. Like he did do one damage. So you do have to wound them, but he did one damage, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so literally I was like, no, and then I'd been, no, it's a trade for some people. And then the Lord of Change died, and then I pretty much won the game after that.
That's cool.
Because I just tabled everything in like 2 turns. Oh, okay. I'll tell you the story actually because it's quite funny. So it was ValleyCon 2018, so it was the beginning of last year. And this is sort of like, and this was the second largest tournament in New Zealand, which isn't that much for the world, but it was about 36 players, which for us is pretty big.
Yep.
Not compared to KernCon, but yeah, but like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it was my first game of the tournament. I grudged a young lady. I'm not going to say her name. But yeah, I was playing. She was half an hour late to the game, and we ended up finishing before everyone else because I just tabled her. She didn't kill a single unit. It was the most horrendous and most satisfying thing that ever happened.
That doesn't sound like you're playing KO. I don't understand.
I was playing Clown. Okay, so what happened was that it was a bit of a tactical mishap on her part, and also I don't know, it's just the way my army played. So I was playing a clown car. I had 9 Sky Wardens, 9 Engine Riggers, like 40 Arcanauts. 1 unit 20 and 2 units of 10. I had a Navigator, and I had 2 Chemists, and that was my list. Anyway, she sort of split her Tzeentch army up in 2. I forgot what the scenario was, but essentially she put all of her stuff on her 2 objectives and split them in half. So I just popped my Ironclad down, shot everything off the board, killed the Lord of Change who had raced up to my objective, and I won the game in like turn 2 or turn 3. It was horrendous. And like everyone was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, yeah, and she was not happy. Oh, she was not happy. Her anger and disgust was palpable. Yeah. But no, but apart from that, this young lady, she's actually a really good painter. She's an amazing painter. But yeah. Yep. She was half an hour late to the game, and I still tabled her like half an hour before everyone finished. It was great.
Wow.
Yep. And my mate, it was so good. But anyway, sorry about that. A bit of a tangent going there.
Yeah. Forgive me. It's all good. It's good. We need success stories like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need recent ones.
Yeah, no, I've got no recent ones at all because I haven't played KO in like ages. But as I said, I always keep track of what's going on. Oh, but that same tournament though, I played against another Disciples of Tzeentch player, and this guy's really good player. He's one of the New Zealand top players. He's one of the masters, all that kind of thing. And so it was. I forgot the scenario. But essentially, he turtled everything around his Lord of Change, like his whole army, and I forgot that he had summoning points left over. And I gave him first turn, like an idiot. So then he just zoned me out of the table. So I couldn't drop my ship until like way back into my lines, and it was just a shit fight for me. Yeah, he still gives me shit for it to this day. This goes, if only you took first turn, man. I'm like, yeah. He even said it to me. He's like, it's a pretty gutsy move. I'm like, yeah, because I was up like a couple of wins by that stage, and I was like, yeah. But then I tabled my last opponents and came fourth anyway. So yay for me. But then of course there's Krohn here getting up to the top tables. Jesus, man. Yep. And AOS 2, that's an impressive feat for KO. We are all proud of you.
I was very excited that day.
I was so excited. I was lying in bed watching you. Like, he's so good.
Sorry, I disappointed the last, but I don't know. It was a really good tournament.
Yeah, it looks like it was amazing. Like all my mates who went over there, like Seth and Sean, or all the Kiwi guys who were over there, they loved it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and go next year. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can save up my pennies and
that would be
get an army going and go over.
Make it a 300-man tournament.
Yeah, well, because we've got a big event going on down south here. Down here in New Zealand soon, which is supposed to be pretty big. So we're trying to get all the Australians over for it, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, when is that?
Notorious GT is on May the 26th, I believe. 27th of May.
All right.
It's going to be pretty big. They've hired out a Cozy Club, which is like our, I don't know, it's like our tradesman's club. And it's like this big thing. It's kind of like an RSL, but for tradies.
All right.
Yeah. We've got RSAs, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's in a big hall. They've got cameras above, so we can actually live stream the event from down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not organising it. Obviously, it's the boys from Notorious Hammer, so they're trying to get it all going. We are trying to get it up to 50 players at least.
Cool.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah, well, it's like it would be the largest tournament ever for New Zealand for Age of Sigmar. So that would be cool for us. Yeah. Yeah. So convince your mates, Alex, get them over here. Get yourself over here. Rep KO, kick ass.
I'll try and fly over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go just to scream abuse at the tournament organisers. Because that's what I do when I go to the tournaments. I just walk around now just hurling abuse. Going, you're so shit! Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's
good.
Well, I had SAGT recently. Over here, that was about 50 people.
Oh,
5 games.
Yeah,
2 days.
yeah, you mentioned it before. Who took it out?
It was Skaven. There's a big Skaven player over here. Forget what his name was.
I think I've heard. Yeah, I don't know the name. Skaven though. Yeah, cool.
Skaven, Feck, and Stormcast at the top.
Jesus, they've created monsters.
Yeah.
Lee, what time is it over there?
Only about 10:10.
Oh, okay. I was getting worried. I thought it was like a midnight.
No, you're right. Plus, it's Saturday tomorrow, so it's fine.
True. We're in the future, Alex.
Yeah, we're Saturday now.
Yeah. Alex, what do you think went wrong with SAGT? The tough questions coming out now.
I think I was just too aggressive. The Skyhawks just always too far forward.
Yeah.
I played a lot of armies that didn't actually use combat. I was playing against a lot of shooting armies, the Skaven, the Seraphon.
Playing your own game.
And they I put myself forward. They still got first turn and were able to put enough damage on me so that I wasn't able to respond enough in the later turns.
Okay. So would you say it was deployment that probably lost you most of the games?
I think deployment is, pretty much how we win and lose, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most agreed.
Because the list, you showed it to us before, and the list to me was better than your CanCon list. I mean, it was pretty good. It's just a refined version.
It was just a couple tweaks, Nothing too different, just prospectors. I love that command trait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So a lot of
better.
A lot of our tournaments allow. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying that's another. You go, dude. You go.
All right. A lot of our tournaments expect us to bring 3 pieces of terrain to our tournaments now. The tournament will provide a table with 3 pieces, and then each player brings 3 pieces, and you set up your own table essentially.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
that's
can
pretty
get this.
cool.
Yeah.
So what you need to do
But
is a 72-inch long hill, and then you're sorted.
You bring a hill, dump like just one KO from one Arcanor from each squad on, prospect to that hill, put some gold in it, and you're good. You're golden, as it were.
Yeah, fair enough.
The crazy thing is the general doesn't even need to be near the hill. The general could be in a pit in the sky, which is great.
I just pointed out before the game says, "Oi, golden that. Get on it.
Get on it." Biff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man, I'm sore. Sorry. I'm still pacing my living room right now. Just try not to sit down, because I know if I sit down, I won't be able to get up. Because I'm bloody old and sore. I'm not actually old, I'm just sore. Yeah.
What do you guys think of this Warcry release?
That skirmish game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't paid much attention to it.
No. Well, I like the look of some of the models, and some of the terrain looks pretty cool. But obviously, we're not
terrain
getting
looks nice. Yeah.
From judging by those logos, none of them are screaming KO to me.
Yeah, that's the sad part of it.
So, do you reckon we'll get one in the future? Do you reckon?
I think we will. If the game's successful, we probably will.
Do you think we'll have to wait?
I think they mentioned it was getting the same support as Kill Team at Adepticon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if they do a release schedule like with Kill Team, we're getting something. We got to be getting something.
Because I'm pretty keen on an Age of Sigmar skirmish game that isn't Age of Sigmar skirmish that actually is supported properly. So I'll probably get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends, obviously, on life and everything. But no, yeah, I'm definitely keen. Yeah. So I love skirmish games. I do, but also love, being an ex-War Machine player, I love skirmish games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also love Infinity as well. So there you go. Someone who plays other games than Warhammer. Blasphemy.
Some of these guys are a bit sort of steampunky. So, I mean, I don't know whether the bits are going to be easy to get hold of or anything, but there might be some stuff we can use potentially. If you cool conversions or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Is that the Chaos Dwarf?
Yeah, I see a picture of him on here. Yeah.
The fake Dowie.
Not a real army.
Not a real army.
But,
sorry, Rufio, if you're listening.
I don't know.
He's not, but still.
Some of the heads are quite... Like, if you could get the spikes off them, because obviously that's what you need to do with Chaos stuff, is get rid of the spikes, and it's not Chaos anymore, is it? But, like, on your army, Alex, you've got some 40k heads, some different helmets and stuff. And I could see some of them fitting in with what you've done.
I give them all these Atari heads. Because honestly, this might sound bad, but I don't like the metal beards. I don't think they work.
Well, how do you feel about the beard on this Chaos Dwarf then? Because that's like a beard guard type metal thing, chainmail type thing, I guess you'd call it. That's like a flowing metal beard.
Yeah, it makes more sense than like stuffing a big beard into like a little metal container. I don't know how they breathe in those helmets.
Yeah, that doesn't make... Well, yeah. Who knows? I tell you what, this ogre guy, his fist, he's basically got a big ball on the end of his hand, and I tell you what, that's weight to be an engine.
Yes.
Or a giant sky mine of some sort.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
That would be fun. Depends if we can get the bits. But yeah, hopefully we'll get get a team, if that's what they're going to
Yeah,
call
I
it.
imagine we will.
I just hope we don't
It
have
just
to
makes
wait
sense.
as long as we've had to wait, for the Underworlds one, because
Yeah,
that's a long time. But if they're going to support it the same way they have with Kill Team, then I'd imagine they'll come out quicker.
yeah, I'd say so as well. Because even though KO aren't that popular in regards to competitive play, at least now, I mean, they must have made so much of a profit on KO when they first came out. Like every man and his dog overseas was buying them.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably. You don't? Do you have Marmite over there? You don't, do you? Vegemite?
Marmite,
Yeah,
mate. Marmite is God's spread. Marmite is amazing. Vegemite can eat shit.
Yeah, okay, but
Vegemine's just salty.
Is it the same thing over there though? Like people either love it or they hate it, don't they? And I think that's
yeah.
It's the same with KO, isn't it? Like for some people,
exactly.
it's like that's not a fantasy army, is it? It's you either love the steampunk,
or you
shooting, or you think no, it's completely the wrong thing. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a weird thing.
I think
it's just a beautiful model range still.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Just keeping
so
the places to play pieces. Like that, just the things you can do with the crew, and just make a whole story out of this one model.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Because for ages I've always been very what's it? I've had Warhammer ADD for a long time, so obviously jumping from army to army. So I struggled for a long time to find my army, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But KO are definitely my love for Age of Sigmar, and I'm definitely getting another army at some stage. It all depends on life. But I fucking love them, man. And their story is so cool. Like, it was really refreshing to read a story about stunties doing well, because obviously in fantasy it was all the dying race, blah 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 blah. But now we see Duarden in a whole different light. They're doing they're all progressive and they're growing, and I really like that.
Prospering.
Yeah, exactly. They are prospering. It wasn't a thing in old Warhammer Fantasy. They're all dying out and losing all their kingdoms and shit, and all very dark and broody. But these guys are all like, hey, money, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love them to bits.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else from this news from Adepticon we haven't? Oh, yes, there is. We haven't talked about the generic endless spells. The forbidden power. We talked about the terrain piece.
Oh yeah. True. Yeah. It's interesting.
But
that Boaty McBoat Skelly Man is great.
Yeah, the canoe man.
Yeah, the guy's just boating around in this little skeleton boat.
Yeah,
it's great. We have a name for him on the Kiwi Age of Sigmar chat, and yeah, it's great. And that Nagash head, I think, is stupid, personally. That floating meh face. It's I'm Skeletor.
The other thing that's weird is there's one that's just like a fallen down
statue.
Pillar.
Yeah,
it's just it looks more like a terrain piece than a spell.
I think it is a terrain piece because it doesn't have a base.
Well, yeah, but it's pictured with all the endless spells. I mean, because obviously, we started talking about it earlier, but this big round thing, it's got a name somewhere. The thing that
I don't know what it is.
But that they said quite clearly that's a terrain piece.
Yeah,
and they didn't mention there being any others. But maybe there is. Maybe there are other terrain pieces in the kit.
There probably are.
That big round thing, that looks to me like a rehash almost of the thing from a Celestial Hurricanum.
Yeah, true.
So
the big spindly boogly thing.
Yeah, if you're playing KO and you want to make a Celestial Hurricanum, then buy that kit and just put that on top of a ship, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you're away. Like what's his name? Tom Lyons' KO conversion for a Celestial Hurricanum is really cool.
Yeah. I think it's a Luminarch, but he uses like the
frigate with like a big tube thing.
Yeah, it's a 40k terrain piece with some like engines on the side and then like a turret and stuff on it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got the actual gun from the Luminarch, hasn't he?
I think there's some really cool like just conversions you can do with the boats to make different styles that I really want to talk about sometimes.
Yeah, I think we could do a whole episode.
We really could have just hobby and conversion. I think we will, because I know that Daniel's really keen on his whole hobby.
Yeah, because his
army's gorgeous.
It's a shame because he's not here to talk about it, so we should try and probably keep it for another day. But he's done, I think it's him that's done like a land ship, and I might be wrong. It might be someone else.
The land ship on the cloud thing.
Someone did a land ship and did something with it. I'm sure. If it wasn't him, then it was another Daniel, which is quite possible because in the KO group there's like 6, and I'm always confused.
Yeah, there's so many different people. I'm always like,
Sorry?
I know someone at CanCon took a frigate and put the Skitarii Onager Doomcrawler legs on it, and it was that was a Hurricanum or something.
Mm-hmm.
You are vibrating. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait.
What's up?
Just found out the source of the vibrating. It's our chat. It's Daniel.
Oh, is it?
Hey.
Is he alive?
Looks like it.
He's like, let me in.
No.
Wow.
Well, and like the guy's got a brand new baby as well, so
yeah.
But we will definitely make sure, dear listeners, that he will be here tomorrow, blessing us with his lovely Texas voice. I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
We'll do the first proper episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pilot episode's always, tests the water, I suppose.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot in this.
Yeah, we did. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll probably talk even more. Great. I'll definitely need some smokes. Don't smoke, kids.
Unless it's Aether smoke.
Exactly. Unless it's ether smoke and we're all just like, yay, gold. Singing pirate shanties.
Smoke your enemies, not yourself.
Very good.
That's my new thing now. I'm sorry, I'm stealing that from you.
Yeah.
Smoke your enemies, not yourself. Oh, my missus is going to kill me if she hear me say that. Yeah. Right, should we call it?
Yeah, I think we should. So what's our summary on this news? What's your takeaway from Adepticon in general?
KO are good. Dwarf allies are okay. Who needs endless spells? Slaanesh can just whatever.
Yeah.
What are they getting?
Generally speaking, are you happy or disappointed?
I'm happy we got a mention.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've got our warband.
The trouble is there's been a lot of wish listing and speculation recently, the last 3 months or so.
Yeah.
And it sets unrealistic expectations, doesn't it? But
it really does.
The truth is this is our first release since
2017.
And it depends whether you want to count box sets, but it's a long time. And we're getting something new, and there's new sculpts in it. and so
we can be happy about that.
And then when there's other dwarf stuff coming out, which you can potentially ally in, that's got to be.
It's always a good time.
So I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff that's coming out. I think there's going to be more stuff to come. I think there's going to be a big
Most
year.
certainly. Yeah, man, this is going to be a huge year.
So
I mean, last year was already pretty big, obviously. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
See.
But me, I love it all. I mean, anything that adds to the game and adds to the narrative and adds to, the competitive scene, I love it. As long as it creates variance, because I hate there's the reason I'm not so much of a fan of 40k is because 3/4 of the armies in that game are Imperium, and that just bores the crap out of me. But at least in Age of Sigmar, everything is different and everything's varied, and most of the time you'll always come up against a different army.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Yep. So if I can see Slanesh running around doing cool things, awesome. Really happy with Fire Slayers. I'm glad to see our Duard brethren doing well and getting something. Obviously, the KO Warband, huge thumbs up. I want them, and I'm getting them. Yeah, all of it is great in my opinion. I'm really happy with all of
it. Pretty good summary. Cool. So,
what?
I think
see you guys tomorrow then.
Yeah, for a proper episode.
Bye.
Episode 1. We'll get some music.